everyone, I'm Dismas the Pilgrim. Welcome to episode 11 of the puzzle Pilgrim. Today we're going to be working through Wordle and Pips on the New York Times. We'll also be doing Netflix's Starstruck and all of their daily Sudokus. Then we'll move on to some chess puzzles on chess.com, including the daily and a handful of their more general puzzles. After that, we'll look at the Telegraph for some of their daily puzzles as well. We'll start with Netflix Starstruck, with it being one of my favourites. We don't track the wins on the easy, as I use this as a warm-up. The rules for Starstruck are we need to place a single star in each row, column, coloured region, and additionally stars cannot touch any of the squares, or cannot touch another star in any of the squares surrounding it. Let's get into it. Okay, so there's a couple of easier things that will start eliminating some of the more advanced stuff with shapes. So to start with, I'm going to teach you a few things about the shapes. So we've got an interesting one here. This strange orange shape at the side. All of these are touching this square, and this one is also in the same row as it, which means a star can never be in that square. We also have this short L, which eliminates from here, here, and would eliminate if there was a square here, as it is touching, all of this one touching, and sees that one. With this short, this one as well, actually, like that, because all touching and all C. So this 2x1 here eliminates from the entire column, as well as the squares next to it, as both of them touch these. Over here with 3, we also have the straight line, and these 3 all touch this one. Now that we've made some eliminations, we can see that this is, again, eliminating for the whole column. Before I put this one in, this also eliminates for the whole column. The reason I waited, because that eliminates a lot, giving us this one. Then seems to solve down most of it. Okay, to finish off this section, I'll show you quickly with the pen. We have in these top 2 rows, it has to be in brown and blue. Hey, glad you could make it! With it having to be in brown and blue, purpley 1 at the top, it means it can't be here, which gives us this one, and finally this one. That was a nice little warm-up. The warm-up ones seem to have got a little bit more difficult recently, where we're not just getting ones where you can place a star straight away and then it gives you all of them just by quickly solving through. With that, we'll move on to the hard. Follows all the same rules, but you have to be using logic, shapes, and everything to be able to get into it. Okay, so this one looks complex, but we have quite a few shapes that give us a lot to go off straight away. So firstly, this column here, to place a star in this column, it will have to be in this colour, which means that the rest of the column cannot contain a star. Carrying on from there, in these 3 rows, a star would have to be placed here, and then the rest of it would, well, the third one would have to be somewhere in brown, which means the rest of brown cannot contain one. Over here, as much as I've shown the... That's fine. There are no requirements for you to be social with anyone. I am just glad you're here. So here on the right-hand side, we have two regions that are fully contained. This one and this one. Which means we can eliminate from all of here. Which forces yellow to be contained in just this column. So we can eliminate from there. And then this one has to be in this column, so we can eliminate from there. Okay. Similarly, in this region, or in these two columns, thanks to some of the other eliminations we've made with brown, we have to be there. Nice, well done. It helps that you're my mod. Yeah, so in this column, brown, and this red colour, which means it cannot be here. Eliminates those two. Brown has to be in this column, so we can eliminate these two. Let's see. Alright, at this point we seem to be slowing down with stuff that we can easily get. Don't have much in the way of elimination for orange that I can see. Can't see any more with red. Or green. So right now I am looking for more regions where we would have to have things included. And I'm not really seeing much. Because we need like shapes that are fully contained and things like that. Like with this side, we know that if it's contained, for example, let me just if the star was here, we wouldn't be able to have one there. Which would place the star here, which would eliminate, and we'd already have one eliminated from there, and vice versa. That would also give us here. And here, which would eliminate from these. That would eliminate from there. I don't like having to solve with look-aheads, but sometimes it's pretty much all I can see. And that still gives us quite a lot to work with down here. Okay. So I'm not seeing anything that gives us the whole thing like that. Not French. Oh no. Whatever will we do? Glad you could make it, mate. You feeling better than you were yesterday? Oh, sorry to hear that, man. I'm gonna try something a bit here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regions fully in there. Nah, this does not give me where I wanted. That might actually be something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows, which is a lot, I know. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I've got 8, and I've got too many that aren't fully contained. Sorry about the quick cutaway. We usually pause while the ads are running. I just hadn't spotted that they'd started. I didn't actually solve anything more because I was onto a dead end with the logic that I was trying to follow anyway. The shapes are just a little too spread out for me to achieve what I'm trying here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've already got just 6 coloured regions. Anyway, I managed to sort out most in the way of columns. I just can't seem to, like, find the jump that I need to progress from here. So I am going to carry on with some more look aheads. I think I've already tried this one, but if I do that, We clear that. That one gives us there. Gives us this one. And this one. Okay, so this one does not work. Because we've got this one looking through here. So I know for a fact it can't be that. So let's start with that one marked off, which would give us this, this, marking off these, giving us this one. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so here we get 3 marks off from here and here. And it's just trying to resolve these ones. Let's see, what have we got to work with? Right, this one is here. Let's go into a different colour. Because this one resolves all of that. But here we need to see. Oh god, that one doesn't work really. Let's try it. Let's go with the blue. That should stand out a little more. Yeah, so if we try here, that marks off this one, all of here and here. Gives us here, marking off all of them. Gives us here and here. Yeah, I had to solve it with a look ahead, unfortunately. I look forward to watching ranks later when they do it properly. But yeah, that one was interesting. I don't like that I had to use a look ahead to get there. Thank you. Thanks very much, guys. Even though it was done with a look ahead, I will move on to the easy Sudoku now. Let's find that goes. There it is. Okay, so the rules for Sudoku are we need to. Yeah, lots of GGs, even though I don't feel great about the look ahead win. It still counts, I just would have preferred to solve it off pure logic. Which is getting harder for me to do with the hard ones in general. Like, yesterday was an exception. Like, we flew through the puzzles yesterday. Yeah, no, it still goes on the counter as a win. But yeah, the rules for Sudoku are we need to fit the... I don't play. We need to fit the numbers 1 through 9 in each row, column, and 3x3 box. As an additional, on the easy, I always try not to use any notes in cells. So we'll try now. So the first thing I'm going to do is go through looking for any gimmies. So these ones, there's a one here. These two give us this one, which then with this one here. And we can't solve out the last ones, just off what we've been given so far. Okay, there's quite a bit of looking ahead, which would be easy with notes, but I can get there. So, using this one and this one, we know that the twos have to be here. And then using this one, we know that the twos have to be in this column. And combining all of that gives us a 2 here. And 3, we've got a few ways of getting there, but we get this 3. This one and this one gives us this 3. And this one and this one tell us that the 3s have to be here, combined with this one. Gives us this 3. These two 4s give us this one. Let's press the right number. This one and this one give us the 4. And we've not got enough space filled out for the central ones to fill out any of them yet, with the 4s at least. What have we got for the 5s? Okay, so using this 5 and the fact that it has to be along this row, gives us this 5. Again, that's the right number. Right, we've only got one cell left in here, so we might as well fill that in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We would have anyway, because we're moving on to the 6s now. This one and this one tell us that there's no 6 here, so it has to be there. And I'm not seeing any other quick solves for the 6s, so we'll move on quickly. These two 7s tell us that it's there. Okay, again, with a small amount of looking ahead, we get the 7 coming up here, and this 7 across here, telling us that they're in this row of this box. And then we'll look across using that one, that now, and this we get here. This 7 tells us that the 7s have to be here. Oh, we don't even need that note one. So this one and this one tells us that the 7 has to be there. We again only have one box left here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which was this 9. We are out of sequence. Let's go back to the 8s. Let's put that box there. This 8 gives us one here. It looks like we can't actually get much with the 8s. So let's go back to the 9s. We need one here. And again, we've not got much left with the 9s. Let's see if we can get this row here. Right, we already have the 1, 2, 3, 4. And where are all my 5s? So it can be there and there. 6. 6 has to be here, which tells us that 5. And then the last one here is 8. Okay. Let's go back through the numbers, see if there's anything more we can solve with them. Oh no, it's looking like I might have to use notes so that I can find pairs. Yeah. Okay. I don't like it, but I'm gonna have to use pairs, I think. which means I'm going to have to start making notes. I don't like doing this on the easy, but I'm expecting there's going to be a few obvious pairs that allow us to solve down quite quickly. Oof, this is bothering me, this. Right, so let's go through all of the ones that I can see. And the twos. Usually I wouldn't do this, but like there's too much empty space in these boxes that seem to only be allowing us to get there with notes. Right. Going through number by number and filling in where they can go before I start looking at breaking down what logic the notes give us. Fives here, 6. Oh, I did miss one. We have this 6 here. This is this 2. This is this 2. And then we're still left needing notes for the 2s. But there's still the odd number that is giving us, which is useful. What's the 3s done? What's the 5s? Okay. That it's still needing notes. What am I left with for the 6s? Okay, that is just straight up a 6, which is this one. So that enlightened us with 7s. It hasn't. So back to. Yes, it has. Being a little blind. Okay. Yeah, it looks like maybe I was just being a bit blind and the notes helped me get there. And again, no, I'm seeing spaces where I need the notes. Okay. That's 2's done. 4's. Only place for a 4 is here. Up to the 8s because we sold the rest of those numbers. 9 and 1 here, which gives us that there. And we get 4 here, here, and then the last couple of boxes are 8s. Okay. So that was actually a little trickier than usual for the easy. We'll jump straight into the medium. Again, we'll cycle through looking for the gimmies. Thank you. Seem to have a fair amount to start with. I've got most of the ones already. Okay, 3's there. This one, and this one gives us this 3. We get some paired 3's there. What else have we got? No, I'm just scanning for easy ones. Get as much filled out as we can to start with. So that one, and that one gives us 5. Can't see anything else quick with the 5. Thank you. Nothing with the 6s. Not seeing anything quick with the 7s either. Okay. So I'm going to have to start using notes soon. Which I don't mind on the medium. Okay. Yeah, so we're already into the note stage on the medium. So I think it's just a harder selection that we've been given today, which I'm okay with. I just hope that the most difficult one doesn't result in another loss, because we have had a few on stream where I've hit a certain point and then just had to call it a day because I've got a wall with it. Haven't had a loss on the medium yet, as you can see. Okay, so there's not a lot for us to go off with the 2s. So I might have to stop doing it just number by number and start looking at boxes. Yeah, so I'm going to start in this top right one. 1, I've just filled out 2s, 3, 4s. Okay, so we do actually have the 4 now, which is good. 5, 6, 7, and 8. We don't have much to go off with the 8s in this box, so they go there. And 9s. Nothing restricting the 9s in that box at all. Okay. We'll do this one on the left now. So we've already got 1, 2, 3. 4 can only go across the bottom row of that box. The 5 over here. 6 here. 7 outside middle. And 8 to click just so it's a little clearer for me. Okay, so we have nothing restricting the 8s, which actually gives us nothing to go up in that box. I'll do the center one now. The other 1s, 2s filled out, but 3, 4, 5 provided. 6s go here. 7s are along this part of the top. 8 unfortunately can go in most of it. And 9 to click. Then unfortunately, I didn't fill out the 9s here. So unfortunately the 9s can go in most of it as well. Okay, so I'm not seeing any clear pairs or anything like that. We'll have a look in the middle now. 1, don't think we've got any, nothing restricting the 2s for the centre yet. There we have 3, 4s, not restriction. Already have the 5, 6, 7. 8 can only go up here. And the 9 can go down here. Again, we don't have any pairs. Bottom left, as there's not much space left. 1, I've already filled out the 2s, already got the 3. 4s go across here. 5, 6, 7. 8s are along the bottom here. And then 9, again, stops us from getting any pairs. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be quite a difficult one today, which I suppose serves me right, as I was very, very happy with how easy I found yesterday's Sudokus. I'll do this box on the left now. We got the 1, 2's filled out, got the 3, I don't think we've got any. But yeah, we've got nothing to restrict the 4s over here. 5s across these two. 6s are only across these to the bottom. 7s are in the bottom corners. 8s all across the middle. And we already have the 9. Again, no clean pairs. We already have the 1 here. I don't think we have anything restricting 2s. Nope. We have the 3s filled out. 4s go here. We have 5, 6s have to go here. 7s here. Already have the 8, and then the 9s go across here. Didn't see any matching pairs there either. So yeah, this one's going to take a lot of scouring. Right, I've already got the 1. Again, nothing restricting the 2s down here. These filled in. 4s, already got 1, 5. Oh, the 6s. Okay, there's only 2 6s here. Nice. 7s. Here. 8s. Are only here. Okay, so we might actually have a pair in this box finally. Yeah, looks like we have a 3-8 pair. Which I'm very grateful for, because we can remove the 2s from it, and nothing else will go in those boxes. And so that leaves us with 9s here, 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 and here. Okay, right, I'll quickly fill out the notes for this box before I go on to this 2-9 pair that I've spotted along this column. So we already have the 1s. I don't have anything restricting 2s, because I only have the 1-2 solved. Which puts 2s in all of the boxes. 3, 4, 5, 6s on the bottom, 7. Already have the 8. Excuse me. And nothing restricting the 9s. So that one didn't get any pairs either, which is fine. But over here, we do have a 2-9 pair, which means, because the 2 and 9 have to be in either of these boxes, like if we get a 2 here, we'd have to have a 9 there, and vice versa. That means that the 2 and the 9 cannot appear in any other place along that column. So that 2, that 2, that 2, and that 9, and that 9, which actually gives us a 4. And this 4, coupled with the fact that they have to be along this row, removes them from there, giving us this 4, and they'll help solve this one. Okay, that was quite nice. We have a 2-9 pair here in this box, which means this has to be the 8. And because it's a 2-9 pair, we can remove the 2s from here. We have a 2-9 pair here, which eliminates the 2-9 from here, giving us a 1. Which gives us the last one up here, solving all of the 1s. Okay, we seem to be making a little headway now. I'm just going to click through some numbers to see if there's anything else that has solved itself that I haven't spotted yet. Sometimes it just takes, like, seeing the highlights to have a clearer visual. Or at least for me it does. Okay, so there's nothing jumping out at me. So before I start going any deeper on any logics, what I will do is I will pause the puzzle as we've got an ad break coming. So we will go to that and I will be back in a couple of minutes. Alright, welcome back. So, caught me just as we've hit small wall with the medium Daily Stuco on Netflix. Right now we're having to dig in and see if I can find any paired numbers so that we can start solving down the rest of this puzzle. So I'm going to start looking along rows and columns. 2, 4, 2, 8. No, 4, 8. Okay, so I think that'll actually give us a pair. Or give us a pair somewhere else, because that's a closed triple. We have the 4 here, which get a pair. You might be able to see it a little clearer. So if we put the 4 here, that would give us the 2 there, which would give us the 8 there, yeah? And then, if we put the 8 there, that gives us the 2. And the 4. So that gives us a nice little, although it's across 3, that makes it a triple with a nice little closed loop. So what we can do is we can move the 2, 4 and the 8 from other spots along there. So 4, 8, which gives us a 7, 6 pair, which doesn't do much along here or along here, but it will help us later down the line. Okay, so along this row, it looks like we have a 3, 9 pair hidden. Which, yeah, because we don't have a 3 or a 9 in any of these. This means the 3 and the 9 have to be here, which means the 2 can't be in there. Which forces the 2 into these, which doesn't actually do all that much for us at the moment. Because again, we have a little enclosed triple there. So it's just little matchups like that that we're looking for. And hopefully eventually we'll find one that helps us like break into the puzzle proper. So I often find that these sorts of things are like the linchpin for making a cascade start. Here we have a little 4, 6, 7 triple along here. Fours have to be there. Two's going to be across the whole row though, so that doesn't give us a 2-4 pair. Actually, the 2 also being there. The 9 being across there stops it being an 8-9 pair. And we have too many other bits along this row to be able to eliminate like that. That's okay. So I'm just going to start clicking through numbers again to see if there's I've already got all of them. Just to see if there's anything that starts popping out at me. Because there is always a chance that I've just been blind about something. No worries, mate. Yeah, at the moment it's looking like most of the numbers that I've been left with are just a little too spread out for me to get easy spot pairs. Okay, no, there's a pair that I have missed. So again, we have a 2-9 pair in this column, which means we can eliminate 2 9 there, the 9, and the 2 9 there. Gives us the 8 there. The 8's across here, force the 8 into there, giving us another 2 9 pair there, so we can remove the 9 from here. We're now left with a 4 on its own there, 4 here, and give us that 2, and that one, and apparently this one. Yes, because we had a 3-8 pair. Let's let these open. Yeah, so now we just go through and solve the ones that, thanks to all of the notes, we've been left with low numbers as things are eliminated. Okay, so this forces that off there, which gives us the 2. We now get 2 here from a 2-9 pair. We're left with a black 9 there, which gives us 2 and a 9. Yeah, so I think everything is starting to cascade down, so we might have this solved pretty quickly now. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's just on cleanup now. Seven, 6, 8, and then finally this 9. Okay, that one was a good one. I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm going to struggle with this one. Right, if I had to use notes on the first one, and stop and think that long on the medium. I'm not expecting having an easy time on the hard, but we will do our best. Again, I always start with looking for any gimmies. Can't spot anything quick with the ones or the twos or the threes. Oh, it looks like this is going to be a very note-heavy one. Okay, so there's our first gimme. I don't think we get... Okay, so not quite a gimme, but in this box the 5 has to be here. When we couple that with this one and this one, that gives us here. Ah, we didn't even need to get that one. Okay, 6s. Yeah, no gimmies there I can spot. Okay, 7, yeah, there. We got anything else? I don't think so. Okay, get an 8 there. Because we have had a few solves, once I'm done cycling through with these numbers, excuse me, I will have another pass, see if there's anything that has been opened up from it. So, whilst I'm just chatting to you guys in general, if I'm solving stuff, I do try and at least click through where I am seeing some of the steps to get there. That's why I'm randomly highlighting before filling in the same number on some occasions. Just so if you're watching, you can at least try and follow the logic before I'm doing is chatting. Okay, I'm still not yet. Excuse me. I don't seem to be finding much off of a second pass. Okay, we get this 4. Oh, yeah, there's not a lot in the second pass at all, but that's okay. So I think by the time I start making notes, well, I'm going to get some pairs start appearing. I already know that a pair is going to appear here, giving me this one. Solve the 9. So yeah, that's the end of the second pass. So now we go on to the note taking. So up here, start with the 2 boxes that are almost finished filling out. It's 1 and if I carried on for a little longer, I'd have put the 2 there, which actually is the 1. So down here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got nothing to clear it up, so that is a 1-8 pair. Which doesn't help us at all with this column, but if we're lucky enough to find another 1-8 pair across the row, that should help us a little. Have a look at this middle one, hoping for a pair to appear. 2, 3, 4, 5 go here, we got the 6, 7s. I don't get a pair, but we do discover a -5, which gives us a 1-7 pair. We'll go to the top left now, where we actually only have two places that we can go. Two twos, threes. I am just quickly scanning to see if there's anything else that will help me eliminate. But unfortunately not. Okay, fours have to be along there. We have the 5. Sixes go here. So along bottom. Already have the 8 and 9. So yeah, there's no nice comfortable pairs in there, unfortunately. But hopefully that will change as we keep on making notes. So 1 there, 2s, go here. 3s have to go across there. We have a 4 and 5. Now, don't think there's anything to make the 6s easier. Nope. Looking to see if there was something another step away, like I spotted with some of the ones previous puzzles. 7s, again, we don't have anything simplifying any of the 7s. We have the 8 and 9. So yeah, again, we've got no obvious pairs appearing here. So now we'll do this bottom box. So the 1s go here, we have the 2. 3s are available for most of it. 4s, we get the opposite of 2. Already have 5. Not much excluding the 6s. Similarly with the 7s. 8s, we only have 2 spots for it, but that does eliminate a place I was hoping to get a naked. And we already have the 9s, yeah. If it weren't for those 8s, I'd have been able to place the 3, which would have got us the 4, and hopefully cascaded a little. Okay, so on the right hand side, we'll start with this bottom right box. We already have the 1. These have to go here. Not much to eliminate. 3s. 4s. Already have 5. Here. 7s are here. 8s. Okay, so it looks like we might actually have a naked stick. And we already have the 9. So that actually leaves 6 as the only one that can go in here. Just scanning, does that mean anything else? It does not. But still another number on the board. Okay, so we'll have a look at this middle one now. 1. Quite a lot of space for 2. Okay, using these 3s, we get a pair of 3s up here. And a pair of 4s, which makes this a 4-3 pair. So nothing else is going to go in those boxes. We just get given that 5 as the only place that 5 could go. The 6s, we have a lot of room for. We already have the 7, 8, 9. Okay. I think we're slowly making progress now. Okay, so this last box, filling in the notes. Ones in the corners. 2 in most of it. Also get through in most of it. What about the fours? Not quite, but I have noticed something that I missed with the fours. So over here we have fours in just a single column of this box. Move down, it shouldn't have placed a 4 there. Which doesn't help us with the box that we're meant to be filling out. Oh, so let's carry on. 5s. Okay, we actually only have one place for the 5. Which actually solves out the 5s. 6. Gives us these two. No. Just looking to see if anything else would help wipe out one of them. Already have the 7, the 8. Actually pretty restricted, just there. Again, just having a quick scan to see if anything would help us eliminate that. Not yet. We already have the 9s. Okay, I'm not quickly making out any pairs, so now I've got to start scanning through numbers, looking for where they match in pairs. Okay, so we've got a few places. Okay, so in this box here, the 1s can only appear here. It's not giving us a pair, but because they only appear here in this column of this box, it eliminates the 1s from here and here. And now, yeah, there's nothing else that only appears in this column. Now we've got too many spots for the 3. 7's can only go here, and that 8 stops us having a 7-8 pair here. The 3's up here, and the 4 there as well stops us having 4-3 pairs. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to a different box. Again, sometimes I just find it useful to click through the numbers for the highlights. Oh. Yeah, it very much feels like once I spot the pairs or the triples that are going to help me break through, this might solve down quite quickly like we had with the medium. Okay, so I'm still not spotting any. Doesn't mean they're not there. I just need to start looking row by row. Or column by column, whichever I get to first. So that's a 4-3-6 triple, which isn't that useful. 4-3, 4-3, 3-7-8, and 4-8. Yeah, it's not quite enough to work with there. No. 4-3 pair doesn't help us with the row because there's nothing else to fill in the row. Same with the 1-7 along this column and the 1-8 in this column. What about the rest of 7-6-3, 7-6-3? And then we have too many sixes across this row to be able to solve it down. Save that. Okay, so how about here? 4-3, 4-3, 4-3. Not spotting anything I can do with that. But if this were a 3-8, that would give us this 2 and this 4. Which wouldn't actually do that much for us. Along this row, we have a 1-7-8 triple. Yeah, this one is quite tricky today. Which, yeah, I'm not surprised by. Like, both the easy and the medium gave me a bit of pause as well today. Right, part of me wants to try and do look-aheads with a note pencil. I think I might actually. So 1, 8, 7. If I do that, that leaves the 1 down. So it leaves 7 down here. Not going to be doing much for us. It would force the 1 there. There. Also there. Wouldn't solve out these ones. What else would it do for us? Here's the 2 and 6 there. So that's 6. Force that 2, and then it would break. Okay, so I've used a look ahead to figure out that this one has to be the 7. And if this solve through doesn't work, we'll be moving on to the next puzzle. But we do have an ad break about to start, so I'm going to fill in the 7 there now. Clear the look ahead notes and pause. Excuse me. As soon as the ad has finished, we'll get straight into it. Hi, welcome back. You caught me as I'm about to do something stupid with today's difficult daily Sudoku on Netflix. I hit a breakpoint and then decided that I was going to try and use look-aheads with a single cell that had 2 digits in. It's this one here. So we're going to follow through with what I have started and see if it will actually get me the solve I hope it will. Even though it's like cheesing it a little. If it gets me the win, it gets me the win. And it seems to have stalled out already. Which is okay. Because usually stalling out without something going wrong is, like on the hard, a sign that you're somewhat on the right path. But now let's just quick go and see if there's something that I've missed where there's only one location available for a number again now. There is, so thanks to something, these 7s eliminate this one. This is 7 going to be there. And we should set there. Okay. Already got the 8s and the 9s. Okay, so if we just keep having a look like this, we might actually get there. Certainly hope so. Okay, yeah, so here we've got 2s that only look up, which means that has to be the 2. Left with any lone 3s. Doesn't look like. It's not quite a... Oh no, I was looking at it wrong. So that's the 4s. 5's already solved. 6s. No. 7s. No. And we've already got the 8s and 9s. Okay, so now start looking for pairs again. We might get some. Four. I might have to use another look ahead, like I did to get as far as I have now. That involves finding somewhere that I think is going to have the greatest impact and start doing a look ahead from. So I think this 1, 2, 6 triple is going to have a big impact. I'm not sure why I feel like. No. Along this road. So I want to have a look at this 1, 7 pair. Solving down one of these, I think, is going to have the biggest impact. So we're going to do it again and hope for the best. Let's start with the 1 here. This is the 7 there. And that way actually gives us the least impact, because all that does is eliminate that one. No, it gives us the 7 here. Then goes with a 2, 6 pair here, which gives us the 1. I'm already starting to stall with this one. But that doesn't actually give me anywhere near as much as I thought. Which I find quite interesting. I'm expecting to get quite a bit more out of that. So I'm gonna try again. This way around, so... Which way did I just... Was it 7 there that I did? No, that's the one that I just did. So that'd be 1, 7. And we go until this gives us a breaking point. Okay, so that's already given us quite a bit more. Which forces the 7 there and gives us the 3 there. One, 2, 6, 6, 2. And we end up with a 4-3 pair. There. 4-3 pair. Okay, so this one actually breaks it because we end up with 4-3, 4-3. Yeah, so that breaks it. So again, we can't have it that way. So I'm gonna 7 in there and hope for the best. Like, this is not how you're meant to solve Sudoku. But right now, it's all I've got. Which is not great. Right, so 2-6 pair, 2-6 pair, that gives us the 7. Solves out the 7s. So I think I've just got to keep looking through for these janky like look-aheads that are turning out to be quite impactful. Okay, so we've got a 2-6 pair here, which means the 2 cannot be there, which forces the 2 here. Which gives us that 2, and that 2, and that 2. Oh god, I think I might actually get it after doing janky look-aheads. Yeah, so the notes are actually solving down now. Not quite trial and error, but close enough. That was technically a win. I did not make a single mistake. That barely counts as a good game. Like, I got that one entirely from look-aheads. But thank you nonetheless, guys. I think we'll, before we move on to the New York Times, we will have a look at some of the general Netflix games. So Combo is a new one that they released over the last couple of days. You have to find a linking word in between some given ones to. So here we start at wolf and we need to end at cut. Wolf something how I eat sushi. So that's going to be wolf down, and that is very accurate for me. I can pack in a lot of sushi. Down, fall, fall back, back up, up, tight, tight, tight budget, because then it's going into budget cut. So budget, fantastic. See, it's a nice little game. I quite like throwing that in as a quick one. Like, there is something wrong with the navigation on Netflix at the moment for the puzzles. So when you go to click continue, the landing page it gives you doesn't actually click through to the puzzles properly. So I also like doing crossover, waywords, and key smash. So we'll work through that. I did say thank you. So the word swap is, well, the crossover is a letter swap game. You're given a filled out mini crossword puzzle with letters in mostly the wrong places. We also get emojis that work as full short words that can be paired into part of one. See, so we have Stein. I was expecting that to be beer, but okay. And Frank, as in Frankenfurter. Okay. So, if I'm perfectly honest, 3 words. Let me be frank. Oh, to be frank. To. No. There we go. Let's see. To be frank. As and so below's horror movie. It's also a phrase from the Bible. It's as above, so below. Actor Yang, who appeared as Mu Deng on SNL. Let's have a look at this one. A bar above a browser window. Is that tab? Yes. Double reeded woodwind instrument. So that's going to be an oboe. Instruments. So most crossword puzzles, if they pluralize the clue, means the answer is plural. Space Odyssey, David Bowie. The world has only been collapsing since he left us. Something to RSVP to event. And then we get Einstein and Set as the last ones that we didn't see. So, yeah, now that we're here, let's have a look at Waywards. Then gotta go and actually click through again because the navigation isn't working properly. Waywards is, thank you very much, is a word search where we have to map out a path from the start to the end, all with answers on theme or the title. There will be other words in there, and finding them will give us a clue for a letter on the path. Thank you. So, let's have a go. On set, the editor. We get director. We get actors and producers. What's this? We get costume designer. It nearly threw me there. It was going to just be designer if I didn't spot that. And what's this one? Artist. Okay, nearly didn't spot it, but then we get makeup artist. And there we built our path. Nice little one. Okay, we'll do the key smash. So, thank you. Here we get words with all of the vowels taken out and a clue for what the completed word should be. Festive Beasts. Judy Hopps for one in Zootopia. Okay, so that's going to be a Lenin. Yeah. Caribou by another name. That's reindeer. Like, the only trouble that I end up having with this puzzle is actually spelling. I'll figure out what the word is, but I'll end up not knowing where the vowels are meant, like which way around the vowels are meant to go. So, Woodland Burrower. You can tell this is American. This is groundhog. Yeah, no worries, thank you. Supposedly bad luck. Black cat. Winged creature in the desolation of Smaug. It's also the name of what Smaug is. He's a dragon. That was a nice little one. Is there anyone? Anything else? Yeah, go on. I'll give the Bonzer a quick go. Thank you. Out of office. But yeah, this is what if someone took a solved Scrabble board with a theme and broke it into jigsaw pieces. So out of office. So we've got mountains already. Hi, good to see you. So, Safari. We need... this one is called Bonzer. It is one of the free ones on Netflix that they do a new one every day. The idea is, what if you took a solved Scrabble board with a theme and broke it into jigsaw parts? And you start piecing together the words until you've got the whole thing in one piece. The theme for today is out of office. Yeah, it's not a bad one. Occasionally it stumps me a little, but you know, I've got a couple of the words. Yeah, it can be. So... see, so you get like little things like that linked together. Okay, so figured out another one. Road trip and then result. So that's the idea. You piece the jigsaw together to get the completed Scrabble board, all with the theme of out of office today. Thank you. Which does bring us to the end of the puzzles that I do on Netflix. The jigsaw is just a very basic jigsaw style thing where you get little sections. Oh, that's a shame. Like a few of my watchers recently have had like bad days back to back. I'm glad that you find this bit of an escape. Like shapes is just fit some shapes together, which you know I get. It's just not for me. Yeah, that is the end of the Netflix section. We are going to move on to the New York Times. We will start with Wordle. Oof, the blanked out page there that stuck around for a half second. Not a problem, mate. Always welcome to chill here. And on that, we will go chill as our starting word, and that did not give us much. Okay, so all we got from that is an I. The lack of L does narrow a few things down. One that a friend asked for a few episodes back, just because it contains the I. Okay, so we've got the I, so I'm thinking it might be something like this. And using the X's as placeholders just so I can have a look. We could get sired. Let's try that. Okay. So we've got SI. Is it going to end in the E? Get singe? pretty happy with that one. Yeah. That one went quite well. Okay, so that is another solve on the Wordle. Thank you. Yeah, I feel quite lucky that we've solved every Wordle since we started. I think we've had one where we got down to the last guess, and yeah, I was a little worried that we were going to break that perfect score. Like, the streaks break down because I don't tend to play it on the days where I miss the stream. So let's carry on. From here, I like to do pips. We'll have a look at the easy. Because we do have an ad break coming up in a few minutes. Okay, so I can never get the page to sit right before going into the puzzle. I never know where it's to be. So just get our geometry on where things have got to fit. Okay, so let's see, what have we got here? And I think I've got it already. So, only way we can make 3 off of the provided dominoes is with a double blank and then one of the 2 3s here. We don't have another 1, so that it can't be that one, which gives us this. Like, my partner is great for making clips. I keep meaning to go through them all, but like after the stream, like I've then got to upload it to YouTube and stuff like that. So I keep forgetting to go through the clips and then start uploading them as shorts. But I'll get to it. I promise. And then the last one. Fantastic. So we'll move straight on to the medium. Okay, so again, we'll start with just trying to figure out what our geometry is, and we immediately have to stop. Oh no, I've got some. Fantastic. Okay, so that's as far as I can get with the geometry, because there's a couple of different ways that this could go. I'll just do it with the pencil. So for example, this one could go that way or that way. I won't be able to figure out which one until we've got a few more sorted. I appreciate that she makes the clips. I just get busy and forget. That's all. I get distracted and forget. Okay, so, but greater than 4, the only things that we have in the puzzle that are greater than 4 is 6s. So I'm just going to make a note that that has to be a 6, and that has to be a 6. This cannot be the 6-1, as we don't have enough 1s for it to go in here. Like, we literally only have one of them. The 6-3, again, we only have that 6-3, which means it's going to have to be the 6-4. Like the 1 and 3, either of them could go in here at the moment. Got a few different 2s. But okay, so if this is the 4, but if these are both 4s, we have to figure out which one of these it could be to go here, or here, or here. If it's 4-3, for example, we would need another 3 to go out here, which we can do. We're just left with a 6-1, needing 7, which we can't do. So that one is going to have to be that. So if we do that, we can then get the 4-2 up here. Then how do we make 8 with what we've got left? So that's 5 we need to make, which is here, here, and then with the blank we get 6, 1. Fantastic. So there's the medium. I think I'm having a lot more and quicker wins with the pips, mostly just because I'm doing them more often now. Because at the beginning I struggled with them quite a lot. Thank you very much. We do have an ad break coming up, so rather than interrupting a puzzle, I am going to call a quick pause. I always stop solving puzzles during the ad break so that anyone who is subject to them doesn't actually miss any of the games. So we will be back after these messages from whoever Twitch decides. Hi, and welcome back. No, when I first started out, no one was able to sub, and that meant that no ads, no way of keeping the lights on. So for those that have stuck around since from the beginning and haven't been able to sub for whatever reason, not far on them. And there's enough people that are just followers, and I'm just happy to have you all here. So let's get into the... And I do not like the look of this already. So let's start with trying on geometry. Yeah, I'd rather build a nice little community, whether you guys are paying to be here or not. Like, you being here at all is the important bit. Okay, so one little thing that this tells me, because this is all not equal, is we will not have a single double in there. We will not have a repeated pip value at all. Not that we have many doubles. Okay, and now... Okay, so there is a little thing I can spot with these 4 long doubles to give me the rest of the geometry. Because they are equal, we cannot have that shape. Because all dominoes are unique. Therefore, we can't have 2 doubles in an all equal section. Which means, with it being a closed loop, we actually get our entire geometry like this. I missaw the 4 at the end and got very confused as to how I'd have one floating over. Okay, so we know that our doubles are going to have to be used here, 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 and here. But this one, I want to find what double has the most others associated with it. And the same for this. Hopefully, there won't be that. So with the 2s, we have... so that can be a 2. We've got a double with these 2 here, and this one. What other doubles do we have? We have double 1, and then we do have enough 1s. Double 6 with plenty of 6s, and double 5 with plenty of 5s. So we can't actually narrow down which doubles go into there. What ones do we have that connect to 2, actually? So that might be a clue. Do we have... So we don't have a 5-2, so it can't be 5 here. Why am I saying 2? No, that's 4. Let's look at that all over again. I don't know what happened to my brain there. Okay, so what was that? 4s. So we do have a 6-4. We do have a 5-4. We don't have a 1. Oh yes, we do have a 1-4. And we do have a 2-4, so that can actually be any of them. Yay! It also means that this could be either of them as well. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Right, 12. We need 6s up here. Same with 11. We need at least one of these to be a 6. So we could actually, and what I suspect we're going to have is that. And then to get the rest of the 6 going into here, we're going to need 6 attached to something we have a lot of. So it can be the 5s, and it can be the 1s. It can't be the 4s, because we don't have a double 4. So I am going to try with 6, 5. And do we have a 5-4? We do, because we need a 5-4 here. So this here means that we're going to end up with like a single double left over that we can use there. Right, to make the rest of the 11, we need a 5. Right now we only have 1 left. Okay, so that actually tells me that this can't be the solution, because we need to fit all the 5s in there. So, or one of the 5s need to go in here, sorry. Which means we can't use the 5s in a triple. So if this one can't be 6-5, we can try this 6-1. Yeah. So I think we still have enough left over after that. Yeah, and if we've got that, it doesn't matter how they go in, as long as they do. For up here. Okay, so how many 3s have we got? Because now I need to start looking at this bit. So if I put the 5-3 in here, then I'm left with 3 blank. And then I can have blank 2. 2-4, and then we are out of 2s. So we need... So I think this one now needs to be the 5s, so that we have enough 5s left over so that we can have one in here. Okay. Okay, so that would mean that, oh, come on. This has to be the 5-4. And if we go with the 5-6 here, we'll end up using the last 6 there. So it can't be that. So if we go with 5-3, still end up pure. Which makes me think that we can't have the 5s here at all. If we can't have them there, that means the last place 4 is down here, I think. Because again, this one has to be a double. It's the only way we can fit it in the equals. If we do that, our last, we only have one more double left. So I have used a double somewhere I don't need to. Probably this one. So I'm going to need to use another 6 up here. So that's going to have to be the 5, like the 6-5, and then we need another 6 here with something that we've got in equals. We don't have enough 6s for us to try it being the double, which leaves us with the 6-4. So now we need to use one of our 4s to make another double, and then lead into something where we can get away with using a lot of them. So I think this is going to be the 2s, because we've already filled out our 1 and 2 here. So what does that leave us with the 4s? Can we get away with the blanks? Ah, that is one thing I'm thinking of. I've missed thinking. If this was 7, we'd also need a blank in here. So there's going to be a domino that does not, or a domino value that does not appear here. That is a thing that I had missed. So if I do this, we need the blank 2. And then the 2-4. Right, this leaves us with 2 doubles. One goes there, and then we are left with 2 5s. It won't matter which one we use. It might do actually. Okay, so we can put 6s there. So I just need to make sure we don't use a 1 or a 2, or we don't repeat any values in here. And the way we do that, put the 5-3 here, and then we are left with the numbers 0 through 5 in the center. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm quite happy to see that. Like I said, the pips seem to be getting a little easier for me, even with the hard one. I'm happy of this because, as you can see, we have had 4 losses. They were all on the difficult one, where I ended up just giving up. I couldn't find the leaps of logic that I needed. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Okay, so after that one, we're done with the New York Times. I don't tend to do any more of the New York Times dailies as bonus puzzles. To be honest, I struggle with most of them. But from there, we will go on to the chess.com puzzles that we tend to do. So if you were here yesterday, we actually had a bonus daily because I wasn't online on April 1st. Okay, so what we're going to start with here is like today's daily, and then we'll do some of the general puzzles. I tend to struggle a little with the dailies because I can never figure out whether I'm trying to hunt material or hunt mate. I'm seeing something of a tactic. I don't know if it's going to be right, but do this. We have a battery to come straight down. And then we've got that. And that. Ooh. Fantastic. So that used a couple of chained together a couple of ideas that I've done in other puzzles. So if I reset it, I can walk you through it all. Yeah, no, I'm really happy with that one. I've reset it so I can walk you through it. So the first step here is to force a move, because the knight here forces that take because the king is under check. And then here we sacrifice the queen to force the rook into position, which we can take with check. Now the king cannot come to this back row at all. Oh, that's the shaky one is from her channel, because my partner is also a streamer. She does a lot more with more general gaming than I currently do. But yeah, when you bring the bishop in here, the bishop's protected by the rook, and because of the bishop looking along this line, the only place the king can come back is there. And then this is a thing called discovered check, because when you move the bishop guarding here, guarding the rest of the diagonal, the king is now fully in checkmate with the rook having not needed to move. I'm very happy with that one. Let's mark up our win on the chess daily. For some reason, the little fancy box that I've built for this never works on my phone, so I'm going to type it in manually. Yeah, although it's episode 11, we have had 12 daily puzzles, because there's been the odd occasion where I have been able to go through and do bonus ones that I've missed on previous days. From here, we're going to move on to the more general chess puzzles. As you can see, we have solved a lot of these. So today, I've actually remembered to switch tab over so that you guys can see it, because yesterday I got through like 3 or 4 before realizing that I forgot to switch the window over. So I always do a minimum of 3 full solves on the puzzles to get like the daily solver flash thing, and once I've got that, we go until the streak ends, usually, because I usually get to a point where the puzzle's getting a little too advanced for me. So let's get into it. So black to move, looking for mate. Okay, so this is something where we utilize a tactic called a battery. So you'll notice that the queen and the rook are lined up. Although the bishop is defending these squares, the one square that is not defended is this one. With the rook guarding it, the king cannot take the queen. White to move, looking for mate. Okay, so this is an interesting one. So the only thing I can see at the moment is going for this check here. From there, I can pull it back and check it again. I'm struggling to see this one. What am I missing? Obviously missing something here. Oh, now we chase it in with the queen. And now we use the knight, as the king is fully trapped on that square by the bishop and the queen, so the knight takes mate. So, black to move, looking for mate. Okay, so the first thing I'm spotting is we can run straight to the back line with the rook. The most that the queen can do is come back to guard, and then we take it anyway. White to move, looking for mate. Okay, this is a nice one, because the king guards these squares, because you cannot move into mate. It's just a nice little back row mate. So we got the daily solve. From there, we'll keep going until I break the streak. I think the highest streak I've got on stream is around 8 or 9. Thank you very much. I think the lowest is ending the streak immediately after getting the daily solve. So black to move. This looks like I'm using a battery again. We run straight in. Then the rook comes in. Oh, that might not. Oh, yes. Take with that rook. Oh, this might not work. Ah, yes, I know how to do this. Okay, so we do use the battery. We just need an extra step. So this square here. And then we sacrifice the queen. And then we come back in with this rook and get a back rank mate. White to move. Okay, so I'm looking to win the queen. The easy way to me looks like just trying to take it. But why is that not it? Because if I go here and put the king in check, then I can just take with the queen, and there's nothing I can do. I just take it, I lose this rook, and then I get check. And then I get his last rook. Yeah, I should just take that. Right, I don't know what I'm not seeing there. Oh. Not seeing that. Which I can't take. If I go here... no matter which one I move to, the knight can't get in to deal any more damage. And then I can start hunting the rook and the knight with the queen after taking those pawns. Like, I nearly second guessed myself then and lost it all entirely. Black to move, looking for mate. Thank you. Right, so if I go here, then knight can come back to guard, and when it does, if I take it, the rook gets me. But if I come here, they have to defend with the rook, and I can take with the queen, and then the knight is guarding it. Yeah. No worries. Next one, black for mate again. Okay, this one might be the end of the streak. I'm not seeing an easy way to get in for mate here. So if I take the queen, then the pawn takes me. The pawn can't take me because it is pinned. So I can actually just do that. Hey Chelsea, good to see you again. Black to move, looking to promote pawn. Actually, I think if I take this one and then run that one, I'm doing better. Because then I stop this one being able to run any higher. Yeah, I've had lots of GGs today. Been doing quite well on the puzzles. Like, we're already through the bulk of them. Like, we've already done New York Times and Netflix ones, like all of the Netflix dailies that I tend to do. Already done the chess daily, and we're burning through quite a few of the chess general puzzles. And then after that, we've got a quick try at the Telegraph, and I'm actually done with all the dailies somehow. Okay, so white looking for mate. Yeah, like I had this trouble yesterday as well. Like we burnt through like all of the puzzles quite quick. Why do I feel like it's this? And then from there, you do this. No. Okay, so this is the end of the streak. I'm struggling to see what I might need to do here. No, I go with the other rook. From there, yeah. No, it's okay. I didn't mind ending the streak. That was quite a few. But that one was also a hard one. If we reset it. Like, spotting that check is easy. One of the things that's hard to spot is sacrifices. Rook sacrifices are the domain of, like, the chess personality I follow most, which is a guy called Gotham Chess. His most well-known thing is, and now we sacrifice the rook! You go in like that, and because the knight is guarding these two squares, you can mate like this. But yeah, that's the end of the streak for chess. So after that, we will move on to the Telegraph, which means we're coming up to the end of the stream. We are about to go into an ad break, so we'll start it now before it ruins any of the flow with the Telegraph puzzles. And because I don't like solving puzzles, yeah, I do. I'll look into sorting one of them. I might borrow from an idea of Gotham Chess and just instead of the brilliant move from sacrificing, have the blunder symbol instead, because I'm still very much learning. I'm not very good at chess. But yeah, we are going to move to a quick ad break before we try and run through the Telegraph puzzles, some of which I do only get with trial and error, because they're word and trivia rather than pure logic. So I'll be back very shortly. Welcome back. We're on the last section of daily puzzles today from the Telegraph, and we'll be going through cogs, sorted, which is mostly trial and error because it's fully trivia, plus word, which is a mini crossword that then gives you a wordle to solve at the end. Okay, so I like to solve this by at least trying to find one word by trial and error, locking that in, and then figuring out where we can go from there. Card ammo? I'm glad people like it. Right, scholars. I think that's the bottom sorted now. Camo. No. That's not a word. Let's. I'm not seeing that one. Okay, so I think I've got that one, because it's the only one that makes a word here. So let's see. Nose. Mariners. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. Stagnate. There we go. It took me a while to spot that one. Okay. Maharaja. Feels right. Cardamom. Age. So yeah, it's just these two now. Reattach. Co-author. There we go. It's a nice little one. I don't mind cogs. I tend to get that through the beginning. Like quickly making a poll, but if people like the music or not is a bit much. I'd rather just ask. You're all here. We can use our words. Okay. So from here, we'll try the sorted, where we have to. So we have to move things about to fill in the answers. And at the moment, we are looking for the alphabetical orders for the missing word. Fruits missing from common idioms. So so apple of the eye. That's the one that I know. Not carrot. Sour grapes. I know that. This one's going to be trial and error because I do actually know what they are. Is it going to tell me? Second bite at the cherry, not care a fig. Okay, I have heard that one. A plum in your mouth. These are not phrases that I know, apart from apple of your eye and sour grapes. Thank you very much. Oh my god, how many GGs? I was looking at this puzzle and oh my god, the wall exploded in GGs. Why would you do this to me? Alright, Time Person of the Year in order. This is going to be... this is going to be annoying. So Zelensky, I think, got it recently for how hard he's hit back against Putin. Zuckerberg got it a while back before some of his company's practices were made very public. Greta Thunberg, a couple of years ago. Architects of AI, I want to say was there. Well, it might be that way around, and I can't remember when it was Pope Francis, so I'm going to give that a go. First try. Not often I get it first try. Hamlet's lines in order. I have no idea. Something rotten. Something was rotten in the state of Denmark. I'm going to say it's right at the beginning because that's part of the setting notes. To be or not to be, that is the question, is near the end. I'm going to go with that. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, I don't bother with the pangram because that's just knowing words entirely, like being able to spell them just straight off the bat. This one, Billy Connolly and Andy Murray. Scots, maybe move as liquid spill. Yeah, so I can have Scots and Bill. Carpenter's Turner. I have no idea. Okay, so it can't be spill because, and then that anagram of chalk does not contain the letter I. So Billy Connolly and Andy Murray. Well, I know they're both Scottish. Billy Connolly is a comedian, or was. Andy Murray is a tennis player, isn't he? Precipitous. Not a clue. Hidden store. This, that, and the other. Cube root of 27 is 3. 3 by 3 by 3 is 27. Oracles is Sears, I believe. Like fortune teller type things. Ox. Scots. Yeah, so that might have been right with Scots. I've just got spill wrong. That's a lathe. I've already got. That's not. It's going to be OC because that's a colour. Precipitous. Johnny. Here's Johnny from the movie. Move as liquid. Precipitous. Alright, I'm gonna have to Google the word precipitous. Because I have no idea what it means. Dangerously high or steep. So if I change that to feet. Paracles? Really? Like this doesn't. Sacred environment. Previously was you delivered prophecies, raise council. Yeah, so I'm thinking of the right thing. No worries. Prophets and seers. Oracles synonym. Let's try that. Yes, like I understand that you want to give my computer cookies. Auger, well, that's a good one, but it's not going to be that. Predict, no? Okay. Oh, hey, good to see you. Unfortunately, this is actually the last puzzle of the day. We're already like a little over 2 hours into the stream. But you have caught me struggling with a mini crossword. Like I know that that's a lathe. Ochre, that's right. Move as liquid. Slosh, yeah, that's right. Precipitous, like steep is the only word that I can think of that fits. Because I googled it and it's to do with. Oh no! No, like you've got nothing to apologise for. No, that was more as like I'm sorry that there's not going to be much more content for you for today. But don't forget that you can always catch any previous episodes on my YouTube. The links are all available. That's not how I spell. There. So yeah, once I've finished recording, I always immediately go to. Oh, you've already followed it. Fantastic. So, if you have missed an episode or anything, you can catch up, like on the YouTube. Right, so that one, I'm right. Like, here's Johnny, like that. Check that word. That's right. Okay. This word. Cool. That is wrong. Why? Don't give me a complex about how I put. I have no idea. But for now, I know that the L goes there. And again, they're only giving me 2 letters. Okay, let's check the grid. Okay, so this one is wrong. Hidden store. Hidden store is cache. Precipitous sheer. But that still doesn't help. We only get a C and a T. Don't worry too much. It is my fiance that is ribbing me. So I've only got a C and a T to work with here. Well, it can't be that anyway. I've not included the C or the T. So... No, you don't need to, don't worry. Like, she is just having fun with me. I appreciate the defense, though. Thank you. Ooh. I think... No, okay. It does fit, though. Well, let's double check the grid. Oh, yeah, no, like, I was not trying to do that. Right, so all that's good. No C there. C can be here. T can't be here. But it has to be there or there. I doubt it's going to be there. Whoa. Locate, I'd need an E at the end. Like, no, there's... Like, it can't be that, can it? No. Can't. What can I use? CT? Alright, so I'm going to check that I've got these in the right place, because I am struggling. Yeah, okay, so that's all good. I just need to figure out what these are. Yeah, okay, this one's stumping. So this is going to have to be a vowel. But not necessarily the same one. Use it. Licit. Right, I was about to change that to something else, but okay. Got that one by accident. I'm. Yeah. I wasn't so keen on today's plus word. But, yeah, Go on, shall we give the mini a go? I'm not very good at the minis, but I'll give it a go. So it's an abbreviation for good game. So it's just like a congratulations sort of thing. Penalties, like, fine, maybe? Wet weather boot is welly. So hardly any, that's going to be you. Provided my other guesses are right. Established, repaired, fixed, maybe? I don't have a pencil option. One broker, male relative. Cool. Okay. Daggers, that's no, don't know that one. Cunning is sly. Look at this one. Outshine. Is that going to be Des O'Connor? I don't think so. Animal hair. Right, that is fur. Okay. Staggers, dances. It says fixed. Yep. And this is Excel. Spreadsheet. And then Staggers and Dances. It was theirs, it's just spelled with S. Okay. Actually managed the mini. I'm not going to go on to the quick or cryptic, as I always struggle with them. And, you know, that would be not fun for any of us just sitting here watching me scratching my head all day. Thank you. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to call it with the puzzles for today. Even including like the bonus ones from Netflix and having a good run through the puzzles. Like we're just shy of just over 2.5 hours of streaming. It's getting on to 7 o'clock. Some of you might be starting to get hungry and wanting food. So I think this is where I'm going to call it for the day. Thank you very much to everyone who joined in the chat. Like I mentioned earlier, if there's any previous... Ooh, that sounds very good. If there's any previous episodes that you would like to watch at all, they're all available on YouTube. The link to all of the places you can find Dismas the Pilgrim is pinned at the top of the chat. So again, thank you everyone for joining, and don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry at all. But yeah, I will see any of you can make it next time.